Welcome, beautiful thinkers. It's interesting. Sometimes things bother us a lot. They can get to us a lot, or they can cause us to have compulsions. When we look at those things a little more closely, we might realize that they're nothing more than ideas. Let's talk about that.
This is a beautiful thought.
Welcome, mystics and internal scientists, explorers of the mind. Welcome to a beautiful thought. The title of today's talk, Just an Idea. So sometimes we sit in meditation and, these people who just beginning in meditation, maybe they only manage to sit for 30 seconds or a minute, and then this idea surges in the head, and it feels like a compulsion, and it feels very real. And that idea is this: you must get up. It's been a long time. It's been too long. You've been sitting here doing nothing, and there is something you must do, and you must do things. It doesn't even matter what the things are, but you must do them. It's a very strong, it's a strong idea. As I said, it feels like a compulsion. It's not actually a compulsion, but it feels like one in that moment. The reality is, it is just an idea. And as we get better in meditation, we start to notice, actually, when something passes through our head like that, just like, as in the Zen tradition, they describe it as a cloud floating overhead. And we don't feel a need to control it or touch it, push it away. I think the word is equanimity. We exercise equanimity. That's what I'm trying to say. Even-mindedness, steady-mindedness. Now, the thing is, it's not just those types of thoughts that pop up. Of course, it's all manner of ideas. These egoic ideas start to pop up, and it's like these thoughts that want to associate themselves with us, or we want to associate with them with ourselves, with our core being, better said. Again, they're just ideas, and as we get better at observing these ideas, we notice that they are just ideas, and they may even start to come apart before our very mind's eye, or before our direct experience of these ideas. We notice that they have components. And it's interesting, actually, because we have this egoic idea, this thought that surges, and it's something like, I must be, it might even be something silly, like, I must be a better meditator, or I am a better meditator than this person, or, what... I remember one silly idea that popped up to me once. It was like, now we can't even get it out. Now I'm such a good meditator. Maybe this woman that I had affection for will notice me. And and when I observed that thought, I had to laugh because it's so ridiculous. It's so divorced from reality. But these are the kinds of ideas that come up in our minds. But when we observe them, like I said, and we don't even have to analyze them. It's not necessary. All we need to do is observe them, examine them, and they start to come apart in our hands. It's like when a little animal gets some fairy floss and he takes it down to the river to wash it so he can eat it, and it just comes apart in his hands so simply without effort, just through the act of observation. And we find these components in the egoic ideas, and they're actually things that are quite lovely. So we find that there's a component that is like, of course, there's the content, but there's also this component, which is I want to be loved. I want to be respected. And then there's the component like a comparison. Oh, I want to be more respected than this person. You know, you never have to want what you already have. You never have to want what you already have. You are loved. You are acknowledged. You are respected. You are loved. You are acknowledged. You are respected. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for observing your thoughts and your ideas and letting them collapse in your mind to find the elements of them and observe what is actually wonderful about these things which in some form were demonized, shouting at it, calling it the ego. It's just another aspect of loveliness. Have a wonderful day, a blessed day, a magnificent day, and I will talk to you soon.
A beautiful thought.
Thanks for listening. Go on to beautifulpodcast.com if you want to have a listen. Check out the older episodes or subscribe on Spotify, Twitch, iTunes, any kind of podcasting platform that you can wrap your mind around and transform it, beam it into a high fluorescent form of electromagnetic energy to receive yourself into the future and download the podcast. I think that was the point of that. Beautifulpodcast.com. Have a wonderful day.